So let's solve two problems that we missed from your notes. All right, so we have x squared plus 9 equals 0. That's not factorable. Sum of squares isn't factorable. Only a difference of squares is factorable. So we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. So we have x squared equals negative 9. And then we can simply take a square root of both sides. Since there's no b term, there's no x in there, just an x squared, we can just solve using square roots. So square root of x squared is x. Square root of negative 9, that's a perfect square. That's going to be 3i. All right, and that's all there is to the first one. Let's look at the second one. All right, so we have x squared plus 4x plus 5 equals 0. Let's use completing the square. This one's a nice one for completing the square. So step one, we're gonna move the constant term. So we'll subtract 5 from both sides. So we have x squared plus 4x equals negative 5. And then we're just going to add that number that makes this a perfect square, which is always b divided by 2 squared. So this is going to be, b here is 4, so this would be 4 divided by 2 squared. And we just have to do it to both sides. Oops, there's no room for this one to be here. 4 divided by 2 squared. So on the left-hand side, that gives us x squared plus 4x plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. And that's an equals. And then and that's an equals negative. On the other side, we have a negative 5 plus 4. On the left-hand side, we can factor. Remember, the factoring is always going to be x plus or minus b divided by 2 squared. So b is 4. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this is going to be x plus 2 squared on this side. On the other side, we have a negative 1. Now we can just take square root of both sides. Square and square root cancel, so this is going to be x plus 2 equals, and the square root of negative 1 is I. All we have to do is subtract 2 from both sides, so x is negative 2 plus or minus the square root of I. And that's all there is to that one.